channel. If you're new here, my name is Louise and it's the weekly haul again. So my channel is a haul every Saturday at 5 o'clock and I do a live Sunday 7 AM. Things I like to get out of the way first, so you're pre-warned. You can decide whether you want to watch the haul or not. I talk a lot. When the camera comes on, I over-explain everything. Absolutely everything will be over-explained. I have fibro and I'm going through a whole menopausey thingy-majiggy that we're just learning how to deal with. So the brain fog is heavy. If words come out my mouth, they're wrong. Hopefully I'll pick up an editing and there'll be some word up on the screen somewhere, so then you'll understand why there's words on the screen. Okay, so there is a subscribe button if you want to become part of this YouTube family we've got. It doesn't cost you anything. If you click the notification bell, you'll be notified of any uploads that I do in between the haul. Well, I mean, you'll be notified of the haul as well, but that's like it's always going to be there. Every Saturday you will have a haul. Well, within reason. Depends if I'm on holiday. I'm over explaining. Stop doing it, guys. I'm trying consciously. So yeah, comment section. Like if you like today's video. All the good stuff. It's good for the algorithm, good for my channel. It's very much appreciated. So the haul this week is £60 budget. That's for me and my adult son. We spent 47.73. I think it's 47.73. So under budget. A couple of reasons is people in the way, and I couldn't even bother to deal with it. You know, Asda's just changed their they put doors on the fridges. When I shop, it's the time. I wish I could change the time, but it's just the time when I shop. It's when they're filling up. So they have the cages down the middle, so you've only got the little aisle bits to go down the side of the cages. But now because they put the doors in, you've got to wait. You can't get through if they're putting stock out, or it was frustrating. So there's sections of the store that I just waited for a bit and got frustrated. I'm not gonna lie, it was very frustrating. There was a lot of people that are very much what's the word? Not conscious that there's other people in the store around them. I'm very conscious if I'm in people's way or if I just need to move over, and there's a lot of people that are not like that. Frustrating again. So I didn't get everything that I maybe would have got. It would have been nice to get like sandwich meats and stuff like that, because I have absolutely none. But I have so much food, it's not a big deal. I'll work around it, just have to have something different. Really shocked at 50 quid. Such a small amount. We're always going over onto the oven. Yeah, small amount of food. Prices are just suddenly feeling like they're right up. I don't think anything's like gone up particularly. It's just you really don't get much for your money, and it's just hit me all of a sudden. Yeah, so I've still got £10 that I can play with. I will have to get, I didn't get a lot of things, like, you know, I don't buy my milk anymore because that comes from the farmer. I didn't get bread this week because me and my son had a conversation before work, and he says that I have lots of bread products in the freezers. I don't think I do, but we went with it, so there's no bread products. So there's a lot of things that I didn't get, but my money's still up there. So I do have the £10 to play with if there is something I forgot. I got everything off of my list. There wasn't a massive amount on the list. I got everything off Corey's list, so you know, I got all of it. I will give you prices as we go along. I've got my receipt, so I will give you exact prices of everything in my store at the time, because I'm aware that a lot of Asda stores do have slightly different pricings depending on where you are in the country. Not good, but that's what they do. Yeah, I'll give you prices. If you add it up, you get a different total. It's because I always donate 3 items to the food bank. And it's still the 3 sanitary products, because there's nothing that I'm aware of where there's the free ones going on. Somebody did mention that, so I'm trying to keep my ears out. If it changes, then I'll change what I donate. No reason for free, just evolved that way. And I always put them into the food bank before I leave the store, because it will be something that it will be sitting around the house. And I know this so much for a fact right now, because I did a little bit of clear out and I found a sanitary product. I don't need them. So I thought, okay, it's an unopened packet, I'll donate it, and it's been sitting on the side for a week now. So I know for a fact if I bring them home, I'll just end up with piles of them in the house. So yeah, it's already donated. Oh, over-explained it again. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Yeah, I'll explain if there was reasons behind anything that I bought. I do have a freezer that literally, I mean, I've got 2 products. It's chock-a-block. You literally have to force it and you know, where you hold it and shut the door. So I don't need any freezer stuff. I've got a good chunk of stuff in the cupboard, like tins and pastas and things that we're trying to sort of pull things forward and work through things, so we, you know, because you can get overloaded with just stuff. So we're sort of trying to figure that out. I still do have a few bits in the fridge, so I didn't have to get masses of amount, which was really lucky because of the, I'm shocked at the, I'm genuinely shocked at such a small amount. My trolley was only 3/4 full. It's always full plus a bag, so yeah. And I didn't get, I mean, you didn't get all the big bags of crisps and stuff, so yeah, I'm shocked. It's just putting it out, mate, really hits home sometimes. So I'm going to shut up now and let's go on with the haul. Okay, fresh section. So I have mentioned, you always have my tomatoes. I've mentioned before, these tomatoes, you know, I don't know if all of the stores are the same, but in Asda, they have the fresh produce on a slant. These are always on the back. I literally have to tiptoe and lean across everything to get to them. I can barely reach them, so I got really frustrated. I was trying to find the best packet and they were all falling down and it was just too much, so I ended up with just one because I guess I was just really easily frustrated today. It's just one of those days. I do have some tomatoes, so I'm good anyway, so hopefully this will do. And if it don't, well, it is what it is. £1.8 for these. I do like the vine ripened. I'm an absolute convert to them, and this is definitely the cheapest and best option of the vine ripened. They're very, very nice. 2 cucumbers. Did I say they were £1.8? I can't remember. If I didn't, they're £1.8. 2 cucumbers, 89p. I prefer 2 cucumbers. It gets me through the week, and I put them in a white wine vinegar and garlic salt solution, and oh my god, absolutely love them. So yeah, that's for me, 2 cucumbers. I've got some ingredients for a slow cooker meal, and I did ask Scott to send me a slow cooker meal thing. More for me, won't do that again, because you know, us women, we get to that point we just don't want to have to make the decision. I just said I want a slow cooker meal, something I can just shove it straight in, I haven't got to think about it. And he picked a meal where you've got to sear this and cook that before you even put it in the slow cooker, and it's not even a meat that I would particularly eat, so I don't even know if I'm going to eat it, but that'll teach me. I'll make the decision myself next time. So a lot of the ingredients are for that. So I did need more onions anyway, plus onions are for the recipe as well. So I got a big packet, so then I've got enough to keep me going. Onions are 99p for that big bag. It's actually a really, really decent bag. A lot of the time they're not very good, but this is a really good one. The new potatoes, I love new potatoes. Don't buy them because they're only for me normally. I mean, Scott does eat them, but obviously he doesn't live here, so 98p for that big bag, and it is for the recipe. I got myself some normal ones because I've been fancying mashed potato. Whether I have them or not, I don't know. These aren't too bad. This was the cheapest packet. I got them because normally I go for the baking potato packets, but this looks pretty decent. A lot of the time they're pretty rubbish, but they're pretty good at the moment, and it's only £1.35 for that big bag. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just thinking some mashed potato with something. I've not got as far as what yet. 2 tuna chunk, yeah, 2 tins of tuna, sorry. We've eaten a lot of tuna. Well, we've not eaten a lot. We've eaten 2 tins. We can go weeks without eating tuna at all, even though I've got a massive supply of tuna, and I don't need to replace them, but I am. It's just one of those things. I have these weird things about me. 55p a can, and these are really, really good ones. I got myself the Greek style yogurt again. It's literally, I literally have, you know, like 4 or 5 big spoonfuls, well, big spoonfuls, it's the little spoon, but it's full. Before I go to work, it just keeps me going because I don't eat it, like, through my shift till, you know, it's a chunk of time before I get home and eat. So this does it. I'm trying to find it. 87p for that one. Yeah, and it's really decent. The Doritos dip, the nacho cheese. So I'd actually gotten the Asda one. I don't know why, but the Doritos dip is actually in with the crisps, whereas the Asda's own one is in with the Mexican section. I hit the Mexican section first, so I just picked that one up. And when I got to the Doritos, it was 2p cheaper. So yes, I did take it off the scanner and put this one on for 2p. See, frugal. So these are £1.48 at the time, at the moment, and the Asda one is £1.50, but they're both virtually the same anyway. So yeah, that's why we have a brand one this time, because it was 2p cheaper. Spices I need for this slow cooker recipe. These are the ones that I haven't got. I've got the majority of the spices, but I knew I needed to get some. The Cajun one is actually £1.10, and the onion and the parsley are £1 each. So my recipe actually said 2 kilograms. We've got a 1.944. I wasn't going to get more. He'll just have to figure it out. I mean, realistically, I don't think I'm going to eat any. I will try it. It might be fine. This is not a meat that I'm a fan of. Bacon is just, bacon or a sausage, oh okay. But this, it's a texture thing. But I'm sure Corey and Scott both eat this. So I'll just adjust the recipe a tiny bit. £7.74 for that. I don't think that's that bad. I don't know. I don't buy it enough to know. But if this is not a good price for this size and you know of anywhere else, let me know. Just for future reference, that would be awesome. Thank you. Got a butter again. There's some butter in the recipe too. I do get the expensive one. It is what it is. £2.87. It's disgusting. I remember we used to get the Asda Zone for like £1, and oh, so bad. Treated myself. I was so super excited. I can't remember what the little label said, but I don't know if it was a comparison or a reduce or something, but this is only 98p. Normally they're £1.30. I won't pay £1.30 because I know you can get it cheaper in like Aldi and that, and I would just, you can freeze this stuff it freezes very, very well. So I won't pay £1.30. I'll stock up when I go somewhere else. But 98p is way acceptable for me. I got the caramelised onion because it's my absolute favourite. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. But realistically, I can just, a bag of crisps or a bit of bread, anything. I just love this stuff so much. I was so excited that it's in my happier price range. I picked up another peppercorn sauce just because. Literally just because. I've only got one, and I think we're going to have this in our future. I just don't know whether it's going to be short distance or longer. I don't know, but I did have a conversation, and I didn't realise that Corey really likes it as well. So I thought maybe let's double everything out. I need to get some sausages. I just I didn't think of getting this till later, so sausages will go on my list for another week, I guess. The peppercorn sauce is 55p, and there's me talking like you know what I'm talking about. I just realised. Yeah, so this will be for our English version of biscuits and gravy. So it's not biscuits and gravy traditional. It's our version that we enjoy. That's just easier to do. Yeah, so that's what that will be for. Corey was craving a tuna bake this week. This is the first time this has ever happened. I'm super excited, so proud of him. Yeah, wanted a tuna bake. We didn't have a powder. We didn't think we did. We found one later on. It was like up against the wall of the cupboard. So he made one from scratch. Never done it before. It was so good. I think it's better than the packet. So yeah, he used a chunk of tomato puree. This is actually quite expensive, really. I believe we only paid like 40-50p for that before. But it is 72p. It seems quite a lot. Well, everything seems quite a lot at the moment. Corey's fizzy drinks, £2.58 each. I don't know which one he wanted. He didn't. His list did leave. It left. His list left a lot of the normal things off of it. He just put a few bits that wouldn't normally be on it, even though they would, because he didn't need anything really. That was so complicated. I'm sure you didn't understand it. I don't understand it either, but it made sense at the time. Anyway, 2 bottles of fizzy for £2.58 each. I picked up one of these just because it looked nice. I have had one and it is okay. Would I buy it again? No. Would I eat it again if somebody offered me one? Yes. So there you go. You figure it out what you think from that. It's good. It's good. It's £1.50 for 4, and they're a 3-bite job. And I don't have huge bites, so... But it was nice. And there was no reason for it. But there you go. Also, was talking about biscuits this morning, and Corey described a biscuit that he thinks he wants. I think this is it, but I'm not sure. So I just got it, and we will figure it out. If it's not that, then I have a possible idea what else it might be. Biscuits, 49p for that packet. I wanted to get onion rings. I've got some burgers in the freezer that I don't like. I don't think Corey will go near them, so when Scott comes down, he will eat them, because Scott isn't as fussy as everybody else in this house. And I thought, having onion rings in a burger would just make it that much better. We haven't had onion rings for a while. I know why now. This was the cheapest option in Asda, and I'm shocked at how expensive onion rings are, because onions are not that expensive on their own, so don't see why these are that pricey. £2.54. That's just a lot, isn't it? I'd like to make my own, but I don't have that amount of oil to fry them, and I don't think you can make them without frying them, can you? Because the batter would stay on. It would just drip off, surely. I don't know. If there's a method, let me know, because I can make batter and I can do the onion ring bit, but I don't think so. I think we'd need to fry them, wouldn't we? Anyway, chicken dippers. This is literally all the space we've got in the freezer. I'm dreading trying to put it back now. This is one that Corey would have a lot before. He's sort of getting into it, but not as much as he did before. These are the 2.75 kilogram, £5.98 now, but it's still the better price out of the range of these they have. I picked up the Doritos, that was on Corey's list. The barbecue is really, really nice, like really nice. I don't eat Doritos much, but if you put these in front of me, I'll probably end up eating the bag. They're really, really good. Did not pay attention to the scan and go. You would think by now I would have figured it out, but I still don't. It says on the shelf that it's £1.34 still, but it isn't. It's full price again, so it was £2.48, which is ridiculous. But we're still below budget, so I just need to get over these things sometimes. And I didn't get any of the big bags of crisps again. Corey's having a word with me. I think he doesn't like the stocking up though, I don't know. He's trying to get me to work on working things down and then replacing things, or I don't know. It was just a conversation. Anyway, his mum, you know how many bags of crisps we've got in this house? We don't need any. But I'm not really eating those ones. I'm enjoying these snacky type ones. So I got myself the chipsticks again, which are my absolute favourite at the moment. They're down from £1.34 to £1.25. Super excited. Every penny counts. And I wanted to get something else, and it was taking me ages to decide, so I just ended up getting the Monster Munch. They're actually £1. Oh, where is it? Crisps. £1.48. I believe they're normally more than £2. But there was the choice between that and the pickled onion, and I still don't know whether I made the right choice or not. But it is what it is. I bought them now. So, yeah. That's our haul for, like, virtually 50 quid. It doesn't really look like much. I don't know. I think just having that little bit where it's the entire thing makes such a big difference to me, apparently. So that's this week's shopping haul. I hope you enjoyed. Some of the prices was interesting, helped out. Let you know. Oh God, it's so scary now. I'm out of things to say. I'm finding out of things to say. I'm going to be live tomorrow morning, so 7 AM Greenwich Mean Time. I always say it that way because there's people from all over the world, and I will make sure you're on the right time zone. Yeah, I'll be live. We'll be having a chat. It was a very interesting one last time. I think I got triggered there for a bit. But yeah, we talked about some very current things going on in the country at the moment. It's not always quite as passionate at that. Yeah, passionate. I was passionate about what I was saying, and people wasn't going to allow people to talk me down from the truth. Normally I would say my opinion. I'm very much of, I have my opinion, you can have your opinion, but it was the truth, and I wasn't allowing people to talk me down from it last week. So, you know, sometimes I get very passionate. And they're interesting chats. People have different opinions. Most of the time we end up talking about food. I don't know if we did last week. We probably did. We always talk about food at some point. It's an interesting subject, and everyone gets passionate about what they like and what they don't like. And yeah, sometimes it inspires food inspirations as well. So if you want to pop along, 7 AM I'll be on. I can be on for 2-4 hours. It really doesn't, there's no set time that I go off. It just depends on what's going on in the day, what needs to be done, if there's a reason I need to leave early, if I'm in here. And like, so Scott was cooking at last time, so he cooked whilst we chatted. You know, it's very relaxed. You don't have to talk if you don't want to, but if you want to, that's awesome. Value all of you when you do pop along. Yeah, we're getting a little group of people that, like, we're a sort of it's like a little family. We're all friends, and it's just really nice. I mean, obviously you're going to get a few people that want to try and stir the pot, but we don't really go with that. So, you know, if you want something that's very antagonistic, that's not going to be it. But if you want just a nice calm chat, please pop along. That would be awesome. That's it. I'm going now. Sending out good vibes as always. I hope you're catching some, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.